Hello all, welcome to the Selenium. So today we are going to discuss about the Selenium. In the introduction to the Selenium, today we are going to discuss about it. Before knowing about the Selenium, we should know little basic concepts. Today we are going to know what is the difference between the manual testing and the automation testing. So in the manual testing is the testing where we verify the functionality of the application manually. So how we can verify the functionality of the application manually? By entering, by clicking, by checking whether the correct result is coming or not. So in manual testing, the real person who is sitting in front of the computer or laptop is doing it with his hands is known as manual testing. So in the manual testing, suppose I am opening the website google.com. Here I am writing something and I am clicking on the search button. Suppose I will write about the Selenium. So in Selenium, while writing and clicking on the search button, if the correct result is coming or not, we have to check whether it's about Selenium it is coming or any other thing it is coming on the website it is displaying or not. So this is called as the manual testing. So manual testing verifying the functionality of an application manually by entering, by clicking, and by checking whether the correct result is coming or not. Checking whether the correct result is coming or not. So this is called as manual testing. But what in about automation testing? In automation testing, we verify the functionality of an application automatically. Verifying the functionality of an application automatically. So how we can verify the functionality of an application automatically? By writing the automation code. By writing automation codes. So through codes, or also we can say it as scripts, automation codes or automation scripts. So how we write the from where we can write the automation codes or script? By Java, Python, Java or Python, or CH, Ruby, Perl. Many other examples are also there. So here after that we can write, after writing the automation codes or script, we need a platform to write the code. We need a platform to write the codes, where we can get Eclipse IDE or our IntelliIDE, or our NetBeans is also there. many other applications are there through which you can write the codes. So after that we need to execute or run the code. So after writing the codes we also need to execute or run the code. We need to execute or run the code. So from the need to execute or run the code, for which application we can execute or run the code? Through Selenium or Selenium, Tosca or UFT, or through also we can do through the test complete. So these are the ways. So many other applications are also there. So from this we can execute or run the code. So this is the difference between the manual testing and the automation testing. So as you know that what is automation testing? It is the checking or verify the functionality of an application. You can also write here checking or verifying the functionality of an application automatically. Automatically, how we can check or verify the functionality of an application automatically? By writing the automation codes or script. Literally we need a platform to write the code, we need to execute or run the code, so from through which we can write the automation testing. So after that we know what is automation testing, so we should also know what are the advantages and the drawbacks of the automation testing. So advantages of automation testing. So what are the advantages of automation testing? Here we will know the advantages. First advantages of automation testing is faster and saves time. Faster and saves time. So in manual testing, I told that time that in manual testing a real person sitting in front of the laptop and searching. So one example I showed you near the Google. So at that time you while searching from the website, we are writing something and clicking on the search button and getting whether the correct result is coming or not. It takes a lot of time. But in the automation testing, it will save our time and it will be faster. By writing the codes, we can execute it directly. After we can get the accurate result. That is why automation testing is done. So for that it saves faster time and also reduces human effort. So it also reduces human effort. So how it reduces human effort? While writing in front of the laptop you are sitting, or in front of the computer or PC you are sitting, it will take a lots of human effort and many other problems will create. But in the automation testing, it will save our time and it also reduces our human effort, and is also accurate and consistent. How it is accurate and consistent? Because in manual testing we miss some of the defects, we will not able to catch some defects, but in the automation testing, so we are doing the testing automatically. By writing the codes, we will not be able to miss any of the defects which mistake happens in the manual testing. So after that, another one point is last point, reusability. So what is reusability? Reusability, we say, in normal meaning, if we say reusability, using the things again and again is known as reusability. So in reusability, in Selenium we say that write the code once and execute it again and again. First thing is that in the manual testing, programming knowledge is not required because you test the software manually. But in the automation testing, we check the reusability codes and we write the code once and it is used for again and again. So coming to the drawbacks of the automation testing. Coming to the drawbacks of the automation testing. So 100% automation is not possible. Coming to the drawbacks of the testing, 100% automation is not possible. So 100% automation is not possible. Obviously 100% automation is not possible. Suppose if we are having some OTP, or we are having some OTP barcode, or we are having the QR code, audio, video, or games. So what we do here, 100% automation is not possible because these small things, OTP, barcode, QR code, it will take a lot of time in the automation testing. So we prefer for these things, we prefer for them go to the manual testing. So coming to the second point, initial investment will be high. Obviously, initial investment will be high. Initial investment will be high because suppose in the starting process we have to write the code, we have to do all the process and the rules and regulations, so it will take, the initial investment will be high. But that constant maintenance is required. Constant maintenance is required because there is a open source tool, so constant maintenance will be required. It will give updates, and the each and every period, every 6 months to 7 months, there will become an update in the Selenium. And since Selenium is an open free source tool, after that, next point is extra skill set is required. Obviously extra skill set will be required. Extra skill set is required, that is programming knowledge. In the manual testing, we don't need to know about the programming knowledge, because in the programming knowledge manual testing is not required, because manual testing we just test the features manually. We go to the, it is the, I told like that, is the human effort. So but in the automation testing, programming knowledge is required, so that you can run and execute the codes. So after that, coming to the Selenium now. What is Selenium? Selenium is a free open source web application. Selenium is a free open source web application automation tool. This is called as Selenium. Selenium is a free open source application tool. So Selenium is a it is a free. Selenium is a free because why it is free? Because it can be downloaded. It can be downloaded free of cost. Free of cost. In the Selenium we are downloading Selenium. It is obviously when you are downloading. Suppose you are seeing here, just an example. Selenium. Each and every thing what will we download, it will be obviously will get free of cost. In Selenium it is not chargeable. It is total whatever we will be getting here, everything, each and everything we will get here is obviously free of cost. Browsers, operating system, IDE, previous IDE releases, and everything, each and everything you will get in the Selenium free of cost. And what is the open source? So in the open source tool, it is open source because we can see and download the source code of the Selenium. So we can see and download the source code of Selenium. You can see and download the source code of the Selenium. So that's why we say it as open source. So open source because we can see in the website and download the codes of the Selenium. That is the better thing of the Selenium. Another one is web application. Web application. In the web application, using Selenium, we can automate only web-based application. That is why Selenium is a web application. So, using Selenium, we can automate only web-based application. So in the Selenium, what we do, we can only use the web-based application. All the websites we are using, we can use through the Selenium. That is called as the forward. We are saying it is the Selenium is a web-based application. So how it is web-based application? So how it is web-based application? Because we can open through the browser. With this web-based application, because you can open through browser. After opening through browser, you entering the URL. So this is what we say Selenium. Using Selenium, we cannot automate the standalone and client server application. One thing is that make it as a note. This is the most important part. We cannot, using Selenium, we cannot automate standalone and client server application. So this is the what we do call Selenium is. But suppose one more question also I will ask you here. One question is, the question is here that can we automate mobile application? Yes, it can be automated mobile application by the following tools: Selenium or APM. The thing is that here we can we automate mobile application? Yes, we can automate mobile application by using the following tools. Yes, it can be automated by the following tools. That is, first one is Selenium. First one is Selenium. First one is Selenium. Another one is APM. So we know now what is Selenium. Now we should know what is the versions of Selenium. Versions of Selenium. So there are usually three versions of Selenium. That is Selenium IDE. First version is Selenium IDE. Second version is Selenium RC. That is called Remote Control. And third one is Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid, and the fourth one is Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver. So these are the four versions of Selenium, and these are the four versions of Selenium, but in the Selenium WebDriver is the latest version. So today's class is this much. Tomorrow we will discuss about the versions of the Selenium and how we can automate the Selenium, how we can execute the codes, and how we can run the Selenium. So today's class is this much. Tomorrow we will discuss about the versions of the Selenium. Okay. Tomorrow we will discuss about the versions of the